spilling the tea, sipping and spilling it.
What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
Niggas is doing well. Niggas is doing hot. Niggas is feeling, je ne sais quoi. What the fuck does that even mean?
I feel like it's a certain taste, a certain
Yeah, I'm feeling like an acquired taste. That's what
Yeah.
I'm feeling like.
Yeah.
I
I like
that.
the look. I like the
Thank
jacket. It's really
you.
cute.
Fashion Nova. You know you don't fuck with
now
them no
I'm really
more.
looking at your outfit. It's really cute.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah, fuck Fashion Nova.
Down to the Pumas, yo.
I mean that from the bottom of my pussy.
Yeah, because
Fashion
I don't
Nova.
know why they have a vendetta against her, but every
They do.
time she orders something, they never give it to her when they say they're going to give it to her.
They just say next day.
Next day.
Girl, when it happened for the podcast outfit, I was devastated, girl. For the live show.
We ordered it on the same day.
Yes.
I got mine the next day.
Literally,
She got
we
hers.
ordered it probably like 5 minutes apart from each other.
We did.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the beef is with me and Fashion Nova.
I've never had a problem with Fashion Nova, so I don't understand. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do to support y'all slightly, but only when I see something I like,
And Fashion Nova tried to give me cancer one time. Back in 2020.
Try to give you cancer?
Girl, yes. Back in 2019.
With your wedding dress?
Yes. Remember that letter I got that said this is cancerous? Yes. Girl, Fashion Nova hates me.
Now she ain't going down before Fashion Nova. Because the Rico case is still Rico-ing, y'all.
Girl, you think they're going to beat the Rico case?
Probably. It's a multi-million.
But aren't they in China?
How you going to get a Rico in China? America's just like doing dumb shit. Okay. Let's get into some motherfucking story time.
Yes, ma'am.
So there was a video that I sent to Samantha that I saw that I thought was extremely insightful. And it was about David Mann. And if y'all don't know who that is, we like to give you guys a nice little backstory. The little ashy-ass nigga with the with the knees on Tyler Perry's shit. Y'all know who he is because him and his wife are like in damn near all of his plays. They had their own show, Meet the Browns. So like he's very well known. So he was on a podcast and he was talking about when a woman is looking for a mate, I always tell her to write down what she would like for him to have. And he said that their women will write down, he'll be compassionate, he'll be generous, he'll make 200K. Like they were making very specific things. Not people to say Pacific because we were just saying that.
That's funny.
They were saying very specific things they would want in a partner quality wise. And then he said, take that list and become that list.
Period.
And I was like, I don't listen to many men or what they gotta fucking say. But a man telling you, if you want to attract those things, you need to become those things.
Yes.
And I always keep passing a lot of interviews lately, and it says, become the person you want to be in a relationship with.
Right.
And I'm like, we don't ever realize that. We always assume that
become the kind of partner you want.
Yeah, but we always assume that you're gonna get that perfect partner and that's gonna be your opposite match and it's gonna make you better. You don't need to meet someone to make yourself better, because if you're pouring those things into yourself, you don't have to try to elevate to where they're at. Yes. You're already where they're at and y'all are meeting with each other and y'all are just growing together.
Yes, I love that. I 100% agree. I really have not much to add to that. You put that together so eloquently. So
beautifully. So yeah.
Yes, I agree 100%. And like we said, we usually don't listen to y'all niggas, but that was
a bar.
That was a bar. All right, well, the girls are back at it again with another messy-ass episode of Sip and Spill. We create conversations. Oh, wow.
Sipping wine.
I go ahead and motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious, the hottest nigga under the sun. Ture.
Period.
So do you want to get into your ick of the week?
My ick of the week happened yesterday.
Okay. And she told me that she had ick of the week, but usually when she doesn't tell me, I know it's a very long-winded one, so I'm excited.
Yes, you're right. My ick is when white men don't talk to us like we're human beings. So I went out last night and I had a time last night. It was a fucking movie. And we were at Lincoln. You know, I usually don't go to non-black spaces, but you know what? I was having a good time. I was vibing. And this white man came up to me and the first thing he told me was, yeah, you know, I'm from the hood too. Yeah. Girl, I said too. I said, what? You mean also? What makes you think I'm from the hood? Like, what about me gave...
It might be the hair. He might have thought.
I'm from the hood. And then this man didn't even ask me if I had kids. He said, how many kids you got? Girl, the first...
Not how many kids you got. It's how many kids you have.
Actually, I lied. The first thing he told me was he has a mixed baby. That was the first thing out his mouth was he has a mixed baby.
But you gotta understand, I feel like some women will look at that like, oh yeah, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. I feel like maybe his assertiveness to certain demographic of women, it will be.
Why do you have to try to relate to us with struggle? Why do you see me and when you see me you think of struggle? Is that what y'all see when y'all see black women? Why was I his go-to? Is me being from the hood, him struggling. He's like, yeah, I had a bad family. I was raised, you know, I was really poor growing up, telling me all this. Is that what you see when you see me and you just automatically assume I can relate? It's insane. Like, I'm a suburban black girl. Like,
and that's what I always tell men when I date them. I said, I'm suburban as fuck. I said, I've never had my lights turned off. I've never had to worry about where my food was coming from. I still don't come to me with that ghetto shit. Like,
girl, and I'm just like, okay, you know, whatever. He was kind of cute, but
he was kind of cute after he was being deliberately.
He was kind of cute, girl, but it was just
stereotypical,
like, girl, and it's just like I just need y'all to just talk to us normal. You don't have to try to relate to us in whatever you think blackness is. Blackness is everything. So if you just meet a black girl, you think she's cute, you don't gotta tell her anything, and then after that, we're walking on the way to Lincoln before we even met this man. We met 3 guys, and this man tried to tell me, oh, yeah, you're not black. You caramel. I said, boy, I'm black. He's like, no, I know you're black, but you're not black. You're different black. I said, nigga, I'm blackity, black. Like, what you mean I'm not?
Samantha swears she's the blackest on this earth.
Like I don't mean like black. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I look like a black girl. You cannot confuse me with nothing else.
That's a fact. Same.
Like, what? And for you to try to downplay it and try as if being black is not a good thing, I am proud of my blackness.
Was it a black person that said that, or was it
Of course he wasn't black, girl. Of course he wasn't black. And I'm like, I have no feelings about being associated with blackness. Like, I love being associated.
Same.
You telling me that I don't really look like a black girl, that I'm caramel, that I'm not really black, to me, that's an insult, because that means you think black is ugly. And black is very fucking beautiful.
That's a bar,
okay?
Bitch. That's a fucking
So if you want
bar.
to talk to black girls coming from and being non-black, just fucking talk to us normal. Okay?
I love that.
That was my ick.
That would ick me out too, but I don't have many non-black men approach me. I've actually never had anyone.
I think it's because you don't go to a lot of non-black spaces. Actually,
purposely.
You kind of do. You used to go to that little pop thing.
What was
little
that
rave
pop
thing. Remember when we were at the Diablos? You used to always invite me to that rave pop thing.
What rave pop thing?
I don't know. It was like
Are you spreading rumors?
No, you invited me when we used to go to the Diablos.
A rave pop thing.
Girl, I don't know what it was. It was like some kind of Panic at the Disco type shit where you listen to pop music and dance all night. Okay, I didn't make that shit up, y'all. She invited me to some pop thing.
Right idea, wrong bitch. Because I don't recall. Girl. I don't recall. Because anything pop, I don't relate. I won't invite you to because I know that you don't relate.
But
to
at the time, you didn't know that.
I've known since we were at where did we meet? Where is that place before Diablos?
Katie Bar Louie.
Bar Louie. I've known since Bar Louie you was with the niggas and niggas and the niggas and the niggas. Like, you was African as fuck. You made sure people knew you were African as fuck. You made sure they knew we was African as fuck. So why would I invite you to a pop bar knowing... Ooh, I know what you're talking about. Unicorn Disco. That's what you're talking about. Unicorn Disco.
I said Panic at the Disco.
But the thing is, they played a lot of urban black music, you know, the acceptable shit, and not just Drake shit, you know? So... Yes, I know.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yes, Unicorn Disco. And it's still open to this day, y'all. So they doing something right. My ick of the week is when niggas lie to you unprovoked. Or say that they're gonna do something unprovoked. Not even lie, because their lie actually is unprovoked, but them saying they're gonna do something is even more on top of a lie of something I do not like.
Bitch,
unprovoked.
You know I felt that to myself.
I do not like when men say they're gonna do something and they don't do something, and then they want to test and see if you can still get what they say you can't get from them. Because I remember, for example, I'm just gonna use this for my experience because this really was something that really provoked me in my spirit. I was dating a man and he told me he was going to take me to Potter World because everyone knows how obsessed I was with Harry. Well, can be, will be with Harry Potter. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take you to Harry Potter. I was like, okay, cool. You know, so we're like fake planning out the trip in our notes, like, you know, places we want to go see, like where we're going to stay. He showed me an Airbnb that was like Harry Potter themed. So it wasn't like a dry plan that he said we weren't going to do.
Yeah.
But we just
Airbnbs is very...
Exactly, but you didn't give me the timestamp of when we're going to go. Okay. So my birthday passed. No word about it. And then so I'm just thinking in my head, does this nigga think I won't go without him?
Yeah.
And guess what I did? 2 months later, I planned myself a solo trip to fucking Harry Potter World.
Sure fucking
and I had
did.
a fucking time. Like, if you tell me you're gonna do something for me and you don't do it, I'm gonna do it for myself just to fucking prove to you that guess what? With or without you, shit will happen. And I saw this one video that said that's the worst thing a woman can do is showing a man that she can do things independently without them. But I feel like
A man said that?
no, that was a woman on a podcast that said that.
Oh, the worst thing a woman
can do is show a man that she can do something without him, because then he's gonna start doing less and less and less. But if me doing something by myself discourages a man that I'm with not to do it for me, that's not the man for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep a man that's gonna keep elevating me, because there's no reason why me being able to take myself on a trip that you say you're gonna take me to, instead of me nagging you about it, I'm gonna just take myself.
I think it's very important for women to live independently from men. Doesn't mean you don't need a man or you don't have to depend on a man, but I feel like it's also important for you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, make your own money, like be your own bitch, and and there's nothing bad about that. I think that's so weird that
So yeah, but
someone said that.
sometimes women be saying the wrong shit to other women.
Women internalize misogyny too.
And I just don't understand why you wouldn't want someone that can just make it happen regardless. Granted, in certain situations, I'm gonna say in certain situations, absolutely not. Because I can speak on things that are not my business to speak on, so I'm not gonna say that. But men, sometimes when they do know you can do it, they don't do it. But I just feel like, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like there has to be a nice little in-between, balance of understanding that just because I want you doesn't mean I need you. And that's the most important thing to take away from this.
I want my man to know I want him to do it, but if you weren't gonna do it, I can still do it myself.
And with that, stop saying you're gonna do shit and not do it. Because the moment you don't follow through, nigga, I'm gonna be the nigga that follows through.
I think guys do that to test the water to see how much they can get away with.
Exactly.
Just like she was saying, when they know you can't, you can do, they don't want to do it. I just think it's just to test the water to see what they can get away with.
And but the thing is, I'll let you test those waters, and I hope you fucking drown.
But the thing is, they expect you to still be there at the end. They're not. They're not used.
We're not talking about being there at the end. We're talking about, because just as much as you're testing us, that's a test for us too.
Yeah, and like, don't test me. I'm gonna fail every time. I don't do well on quizzes. Nothing. Don't pop quiz me. Don't test me. Nothing, because I'm gonna fail every motherfucking time.
On purpose.
Period.
So let's into our wine thoughts and get some motherfucking tea time. Tea time. Today we being white bitches. Today we drinking white bitches.
Okay.
So today we are drinking white bitches today. We're drinking Pine Ridge. And what was interesting to me why I grabbed this is because it said it was a white blend. You know, so many times
at a gas station?
Yeah, but not even just that though. It was definitely gas station, but it's still cold, bitch. Look, intentional.
It gave gas station.
It didn't give gas station. The only reason why I gave gas station because it's twisty.
No, because most white wines are twisties.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, the only reason why I liked it because it said white blend, and we've always seen red blends. I've never seen white blend. So I was like,
you know what it's blended with?
Girl, we gonna find the fuck out.
What is that?
We do know it has 12% alcohol percentage, though. Okay. Our distinctive white blend marries the crisp of the citrus fruit of the Sauvignon Blanc with a juicy peach note of a vinegar. I've never heard of vinegar. So 80% Blanc, 80%.
You sure it's not vinegar?
No, Viognie, vinegar, something like that. Okay, so for a lush, versatile, and delicious wine, enjoy a glass on its own or try it alongside with seafood or a spicy dish. And we all know I like seafood and pasta.
I got a white boy on my roster. He be feeding me pasta and lobster. See, why can I have a white boy on my roster feeding me pasta and lobster, not telling me I reminded him of struggle? Girl.
It's like that one video I showed you. The men, they don't want you to remind them where they came from. That's why they're going to leave you when they make money.
And exactly. And another thing that was happening is, you know what? It doesn't even matter. We're not going to go there.
To another messy-ass episode of Sip and Spillage. Spillage. Cheers.
Okay, smells very white.
I like it.
Opaque.
It's not dry, but it has like a aftertaste of sweetness. Like I can drink this and really enjoy it.
I mean, it's okay.
I enjoy this a lot. So
because you like drier stuff.
Yeah, but I said it's not too dry. I feel like it has like a sweetness to the back end. It's like it feels like a Chardonnay and a Prosecco mixed together. Because it's like, you see like how it's bubbling?
It do got some bubbles.
Exactly.
Did you know there are 2,000 bubbles in every champagne bottle?
I can't wait till we drink some champagne.
I really don't know. I just made that up. But it's
Champagne. Something. Okay. Let's get into some motherfucking tea time. Tea time.
So, Boosie, y'all already know he's my favorite problematic ass nigga. And of course, what was he doing? Something problematic again. So he was on, was it a live?
He was on a live. You know, no one's going to bring him on his show no more. So he's only live.
Boosie was on a live and he was saying how his daughter has a boyfriend and how she wants him to meet him. And he was just saying like, you can cheat on her. I don't give a fuck if you cheat on her. Just don't beat her, bro. Just don't beat my daughter. But you can cheat on her. I don't give a fuck. But just don't beat her. And okay, go ahead.
For me, I understand not understanding the rhetoric, but you also understand he's a hood nigga. So what do you expect this nigga to say?
Mm-hmm.
He's speaking from a man's point of view. Like,
right.
Most men will cheat on you.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It might not be my story. It might be some of y'all bitches' story.
No, the guys in the comments were like 95% of us cheat.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So he's speaking for a large demographic that have nothing to do with me because I speak that, I rebuke it in my name.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying you could cheat on her, but don't put your hands on her.
Right.
And I feel like in his way, he's kind of being respectful.
Okay.
In Boosie's way, like, what do we expect from him?
I mean, I expect a little more coming from your child, but I guess he's the same man that had strippers for his 12-year-old son.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you can't really
What do we expect from him? We can't expect him to be an outstanding citizen.
Yeah, it's just the verbiage for me. I feel like I get it because you can't control cheating, but you can whoop that nigga's ass if he put his hands on your daughter. So that's what he can control. And I believe Boosie and will go in there with
none
nigga was on trial for murder and he got acquitted. Okay, he might do it again. So yeah, I just don't like the verbiage. Him saying, "Oh, you can cheat on her. I don't give a fuck if you cheat on her, but just don't beat her." I'm like, you don't give a fuck if your daughter gets cheated on?
Because you gotta also think about it. On the other hand, he was probably a man that was with a woman that was cheating.
Oh, he cheats.
But that's what I'm saying. So if that is a lifestyle he lives, to him, it's not uncommon.
It's not a problem.
And for us, of course,
it's normal for him.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think
that's what you're saying.
yeah, so it's his that's his reality.
Yeah.
For me, if a man either cheats on me or beats on me, you got to go.
Right.
Every shape, way, or form. There's no getting around it. And if I had a father that was to have that conversation with me, I would feel like he's giving me the real.
Okay.
I would, because sometimes fathers will sugarcoat it for you or X, Y, and Z. Like, it's not some. If you have a good father who's in your life, he's like, I love your mother, never cheated on her. That's what you expect. But if you got a father like Boosie,
yeah. He got 12 kids? 7 and 9? But Boosie got all his kids. I'll say that about that.
You know, so
he got all his kids in his estate.
And like I said, I don't tell a present father how to fucking raise his kids. I told you that earlier. When I told Samantha that shit.
Because being present don't mean good. So if you doing some weird shit and you present, I'm gonna let you know you're doing some weird shit even though you're present. And him saying, in my opinion, that he don't give a fuck if his daughter gets cheated on, to me, I think that's kind of weird. I feel like he can be like, cheating happens, but have the real spill with her. You might get cheated on, especially dating these, I don't know what kind of man he is or where he comes from, but that famous, that lifestyle that they're living, getting cheated on is very common. Look at Beyonce. She got cheated on.
God, don't talk about the queen like that.
I know, girl. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. And that's fucking Beyonce. So if Beyonce's not safe, I'm not safe. So I don't put it past any nigga to cheat on me, but I just don't also want to be told you can cheat on me.
Right. I hear everything you're saying, but it's like, if it's not my reality, I can't, like we said, different tax bracket problems.
Right.
That's really what it is. So Saucy and Santana, like, we are such a podcast, bitches, and people that like watching videos that come across our, actually even the Shade Rooms put it on. So I like when men have a safe space to communicate thoughts, feelings, and emotions unbiasedly.
Love that for y'all.
Because Saucy was on a podcast, I think it was called For the Fellas. I want to say that's what it was. Please correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but I'm usually not. And he said that he does want children, but if he had to choose, he would choose for his child not to be gay. And everyone had very mixed reviews under the comments of like saying, well, you can go with your mixed comment first, and then I can give you my combative because I don't want to talk about all of theirs if you're going to say the same thing.
Okay.
So...
I kind of saw it as internalized homophobia, but I also see where he's coming from because he wants the best life for his child, right? Of course, most caring, loving parents want the best life for their child. So he knows being gay is a struggle, especially being a Black gay man. That's another layer to it. So I see what he's saying. He's saying he doesn't want his child to struggle. But me, I don't see myself saying I don't want my child to be gay. Like, I want to, as being a gay person myself, that's like me saying I don't want to, in my opinion, that's like me saying I don't want my child to be Black.
I knew he was going to go there.
Because, no, for real. Because it's like, to me, being gay is like being, it's like your skin. You can't change it. If you're gay, you're gay. That's nothing. That's just how you were born. Just like you can't change your skin tone. So that's how I see it. And a lot of people do internalize not wanting Black children and purposely, date people to make
racially ambiguous
biracial or racially ambiguous children. That's how I saw it. It made me really sad when I watched it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, wow, like I really want being gay to like, when are we gonna move past this, like, homophobia, gay shit that we got going on? Like,
I don't think that we can get past it
we're
until
not ever gonna get past it.
I don't think we're gonna get past it until there's the stigma of being gay as being a problem. Like we said, once we're done having these niggas that are down low,
yeah,
all this weird shit that doesn't need to happen because honestly, your sexual orientation is not your personality.
Exactly.
For Saucy, maybe it is because he is a very flamboyant gay man.
Yeah.
But if you are and
he's also famous, so I think he probably chalks up to it.
Chalks up to it. But I'm just saying, being gay does not have to be your personality.
Right.
It's just a part of you.
It's just a part of you.
Just like us being hetero
on
is
the
not
right track, baby. You were born that way.
Like I don't walk around with, oh, I'm hetero, so this is
yeah.
Like it's not part of my personality. It's just it's just
you are.
my sexual preference. But your personality is who you are, your morals, your character. And that's more important to me. So for when he said it, I understood what he said.
Yeah.
It didn't make me sad because it's like he realized the struggles that he went through, he doesn't want his child to.
Right.
In my mind, I was thinking it more of like a parent standpoint instead of thinking of it as a personal thing for him. I was thinking about it like, you know how sometimes parents don't want their kids to get out the mud?
Yeah.
He's probably like, I don't want my child to experience that because I experience, like what they say when people don't vote. I fought for our rights to vote so you don't have to, So that's how I looked at it. I didn't look at it as him hating himself, but I saw it as I did through all this just so I could have a normal, like you can have normalcy.
Yeah. And he said he doesn't hate himself. He said he loves himself.
You can tell he loves himself.
He said, but you don't see anything, that's not where he was coming from it. But when I watched it, that's what I felt. So like, damn, like you don't fully accept yourself. In my opinion, so you say you don't want your child to be gay. Like, I don't care if my child's bi, straight, whatever.
But there's a lot of people that will have that same conversation when they're hetero.
Yeah.
So is that a problem? Why is it more of a problem when he says it than if someone that was hetero to say it?
It's to give an example of
because some people that are hetero will be like, as long as my child, like I just don't, my child can be disabled, but I don't want them to be gay. Type of shit, like something like that.
I think it's just as bad.
Do you really?
Yeah. To say you don't want a gay child. If I were to have a kid, I just want it to be healthy.
Yeah.
I just want it to be healthy, happy, and whatever.
And loved.
And loved. That's all I care about. I guess it's kind of saying, I guess the same because I wouldn't want a child that was like, kind of slow.
Disabled.
Because
saying kind of slows.
Well, you've been helping me with my words lately. So I in that standpoint, I would, I get that standpoint of it. Is that wrong for me to say I wouldn't want a mentally child?
I don't think there's anything wrong with having a preference of what you would like, what you think easy would be for you.
Yeah.
Because most times when you see people having a disabled child,
it's
harder. When they have a gay child, it's harder. If they have a transgender child,
it's even harder.
It's even harder. So there's so many layers of raising a child outside of already the weird shit that goes on with fucking humans by nature.
Right. Because life is already hard.
So I feel like for him, he feels like it's already gonna hurt him that I'm a gay man.
Yeah.
It's already gonna hurt him that I'm Black.
Gay.
Yeah. Like there's so many things that go against him. Because how many times do we see a gay couple and we're just like, okay, they adopted a child,
I don't see that when I say.
Well, I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. That's some people's reality, though.
Yeah.
Like regardless of how accepting we are to the LGBT, not CT.
LGBT.
Girl, I'm giving y'all letters, them letters, S letters. I mean, I'm not even part of y'all, but I'm giving y'all letters because I'm an ally.
Yeah.
But it's just, you have to be so inclusive with everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine having to deal with that on top of being a Black man.
Right. I understand what he was saying.
It would be easier if he had a Black daughter who was gay.
Yeah, because no one really cares when girls are gay.
I feel like when males are, they only care when the women's are trans. Like when they're like,
Okay, transitioning. You're right. Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like it's so stupid what Black people care about when it comes to someone else's fucking life.
Yeah.
If it's not paying my bills or fucking up my sexual health, I'm not worried about it.
Like the two worst sin is a gay son and a slut daughter. Like that's like the go-to. Would you rather have a gay son or a hoe for a daughter? I'm like,
both. Let me have both so I can show you how to love them properly.
What? Why does it matter? Why are you thinking about a non-existent person's sexual? You know what?
Not even getting stuck. We can get so deep into it because I feel like there's so many things touchy
so many
about
layers
it
to that.
That we just,
But shout out to Saucy. You a bad bitch. I hope you run into DJ Academics and beat his ass one time for the one time. And, you know, shout out. He was standing on business with his homegirl. I love that.
Do you know who's not standing on business, though, y'all? All these motherfuckers that are spinning the block.
Lots of y'all.
Lots of y'all are spinning the block. I want to go to the most devastating one first.
J-Lo went back.
Monica? I'm just talking about Monica. That's the first devastating.
Okay.
Because as I sit here on this couch as a free woman, how are you allowing yourself to get your heart broken by a nigga in jail?
Girl.
Not once, but twice.
Girl.
The nigga is spending life in prison.
Girl.
Like, it took you being married. It took you having a child. It took you visiting him back in jail for you to realize it wasn't going to work. And the fact that it didn't work and you told the internet that it didn't work, I actually want to laugh at you. Like, I don't even want to pat you on the back because this nigga is serving life in prison. He's not going nowhere. You could literally, you've lived like 15 years of your life and came right back. He's the same fucking spot.
Girl. Like I said, thinking that you're going to have a successful relationship with the guy named C. Murder is insane.
He's in jail for murder because he murdered.
He murdered somebody. Murder!
And I know you can't help who you love. We're going to say that.
That's crazy. Can you look past murder? I don't know if I can look. It depends on why you killed him.
Honestly, I don't think that I'm above God, so I don't believe that I could take someone's life even if I'm put in the position. If someone is like, even if it's like self-defense, like with like enough, I don't think that I could put myself in that position to do that. But you never know until you're there.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot your ass definitely. But I don't know who he killed or what happened, but I feel like if he's in prison for life for murder, I feel like I don't know if I can look past the murder. I don't know. That's just too much for me. I can look past some drugs, you know.
Yeah,
you can sell drugs, you can scam. I don't give a fuck. But murder, my nigga, it's kind of.
So yeah,
I mean,
Monica,
you're not gonna kill me.
You went back. Nelly, Ashanti, y'all went back. Me,
J-Lo went back.
Who?
J-Lo went back.
J-Lo.
Oh,
J-Lo went back.
And Summer Walker went back.
Yeah, so some of these are presenting themselves to be, they're presenting itself to be a little bit more successful than they were the first time around. But I think you should definitely stand on business because it didn't work the first time around.
Do you want to talk about Ashanti?
We can talk about, I said Ashanti, so we can talk about Ashanti.
Let's talk about how she's pregnant.
Girl is pregnant. Is the Shade Room posted what is it called? Spiritual Water, or was it the neighborhood something?
I think it was the neighborhood.
Posting.
They always got the latest tea.
And honestly, I don't even know if I should be mad at you or should I be happy for you.
You know what? I get it because I think Ashanti's in her 40s.
So
I think that's why she was okay with having a child without being married. Because if you ever heard Ashanti, she wants to be married. She's talked about how she would love to be married and stuff. So I feel like Nelly knowing that and still getting her pregnant before getting married to her, I think is kind of like,
It's insane.
Yeah, but I mean, look, she's a grown-ass woman. Yeah. You know, being married does not stop you from being a single mother. We know that. And look, she's in love. And it's, you know, I think, I just want better for Black women. Like, why do we always allow ourselves to get baby mamaed? And not that being baby mama it's a bad thing, but there is a negative connotation to it. Let's be fucking for real. So
I feel like being baby mama is bad. And I feel like once we start normalizing that, it's bad. Because like we said, we are always back to the choice of.
But I feel like we put the blame on I don't know, because sometimes it is the woman's fault why she's a baby mama, and sometimes it's the man's fault. So, but we always put the blame on the woman.
Okay, but like we had this conversation before, and we said we didn't want to talk about it because it's too fresh. But like I said, I feel like becoming a single mother is fucking selfish. If you know that the person that you are dealing with and or are having a child with has decided to not be part of this child's life, that's selfish. I don't give a fuck what shape, form, or form. I don't care how anybody looks at me. And if you know going into this, you're bringing your child into, you already are in letting them inherit trauma. Knowingly.
Right.
It doesn't matter how much love or you have for the child in the immediate moment, the struggle that you're going to deal with. And And I know I'm going to sound so crazy and like a hater, but I'm so tired of these single mother blogs to help other single mothers. Stop becoming a single mother.
That's harsh.
It sounds stupid and it sounds crazy.
Stop becoming a single mother is insane.
Because honestly, maybe one day it might be my reality. So I might look back at this and be like, oh my God, Ami, that was so fucked up to say.
Yeah.
But knowingly doing these things, knowing the economy, these niggas, the effort is, and if you don't have a village around you, imagine, okay, if you someone that has like a supportive family, that's one thing. Because my little sister always has had a supportive support system around her.
Yeah.
But still, she still complains. So for me, seeing firsthand what it's like to have a village and it's still hard on you.
Right.
People that don't even have a village and they're on the verge of postpartum. Even
when there's two parents, it's still hard. That's why they say it takes a village, because even two people can't do it. I
know I have many things in place that I want when I get pregnant. So
yeah, girl. But anyways, I don't know how to stop single motherhood. I guess we should just, I don't know, maybe men should just like start their life in jail, and then when they can prove their way, you know, they can come out and start a family.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Let's get to the topic of my conversation.
All of these things, let's stop leaving shit to chance. Let's talk about what gets us to this fucking place of spinning the block. And that's cuffing season. Cuffing season is actually upon us. I need a big one. I need a big boy. I need a big boy.
So what is cuffing season? Cuffing season is typically defined as the time of year when single people actively search for a short-term romantic partner to spend the colder months with, typically in the Northern Hemisphere locations. Oh, I thought that was everywhere, bitch. From October through March. And they pretty much, I've read somewhere else it ends on Valentine's Day. So this is saying March. But yeah, pretty much it's the time when it's cold and now you're looking for somebody.
And if y'all niggas didn't know, there's a science behind it. When it's dark and cold nights can trigger an intense feeling of loneliness and drop in serotonin. And there may be a significant link between cuffing season and seasonal depression. And I honestly do feel that way. I don't know why do we feel that need for comfort in the cold? Why?
I feel like we always do that. We go to comfort food. We try to dress comfy.
Yeah.
You know,
so we find a comfortable nigga.
You know,
seasonally.
Or a big nigga. That's what they're saying.
I'm big boy.
I need a big boy.
Have you ever looked for a big boy in the cold season?
Absolutely not.
Same.
I don't like big boys.
I've probably only fucked 2 fat niggas in my life, and they were like respectively fat. Like one dude, like it wasn't really fat, and one dude was like he lost a lot of weight, and I didn't know because I made a comment. And I was like, do you have a belly? And he was like, I'm a diabetic, and I actually just lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, yikes.
Damn.
I'm so fucking shallow. I know. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I can do a belly. I can do it. My type is muscular men, definitely. But I can do a belly. You don't have to be super in shape. You can be skinny, whatever. But for you to be like chunky.
Rolls? Like Pillsbury Doughboy?
Yeah. Like I don't when he starts forming breasts is where I draw the line.
And the only reason why I feel as shallow as I do is because if I upkeep myself, like I always say, I would like the same for my partner.
Yeah.
Now, if I had a different standard for myself, then I can understand me speaking differently. And once again, we say we are hypocrites here. So if on my show and next time you see me and I look like I had one too many cakes, y'all can remind me. My feelings will not be hurt.
Would you ignore the fact that he's big if he's paying all the bills and taking care of you?
Fuck no. I'm never. Money is not enough for me to take disrespect and your looks.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I can't.
Because if we just cared about niggas with money, we would have already been.
We would have already. Trust me, the niggas with the money is not the problem.
Not the problem. It's being the good person part. The good person part is hard to find. Like, for some reason, when niggas got money, they think they don't gotta be a good person. I'm just like,
heavy on that. That's the fucking bar. Please.
You still gotta be nice to me.
So, like we were talking about how it starts from August? August until February,
March.
So there are stages when it comes to the cuffy season, if you did not know, because clearly there is.
Yeah.
So in August, this is the scouting.
It's looking for the whole
This is when you're looking
stage
for all your prospects. And I never found myself doing this in August, but I heard it's a thing. So if that's what everyone's saying, we're just gonna have to believe it.
Yeah.
After you do the scouting is the drafting season, and that is in September. And that's when you find the essential parts of the cuffing season because it exercises the anatomy that we have in choosing a partner. So when you draft someone, it's like, first round draft pick. Like, he's been doing all this for fucking 8 weeks. I'm deciding to take him over and we're going to actually make something of this. So that's what the drafting is. And I love that for you all. The last one is the trial, which is in October. This is phase all about testing the waters to see if this person you claimed has what it takes to lock it down.
So next we get into preseason. Pretty much you're on the team, but you're not officially playing yet. You still gotta, put some effort and some work in before you get some playing time. And that's for the whole month of November. Next, it's cuffing season. Okay, I wish I can sing, but I can't. It's from December 1st to January 15th, and you did it, Joe. You are cuffed. And pretty much this is when you start actually officially dating. It should be, what's that word? When you're just dating one person.
Exclusively,
but we know how you niggas be sometimes, and bitches too. After that, you are in the playoffs, and this is like, okay, you're boyfriend and girlfriend at this point.
like for real, like going out to places.
Right, you're like, that's my girlfriend.
And so where are we landing with the playoffs?
So you're pretty much putting that person on the close friends.
Okay, and then the playoffs is
the championship game, and that's on February 14th. So pretty much that's the day where you're like, okay, well, if we're still together by this day, we're together. We're together.
We're together. We're together real bad.
I was telling you about this guy that I know who breaks up with girlfriends during holiday seasons. I'm like, damn, not you breaking up with me because it's Christmas. That's crazy.
Not work has been heavy. Work has been hectic. I got a lot on my mind.
Girl, I feel like that's what old boy did to me.
Who's old boy?
Look. I think that's what he did.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to believe that in men, but you know what?
Girl, this man, it came out of his mouth that every season, holiday season, he'll break up with his bitch and then get back with her afterwards.
The fact that
so he don't gotta buy her nothing.
The fact that she allowed him to come back is even more insane. She was palm skin? That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Hate that
he was a nigga, so you know how they do them.
Okay, so do you believe in cuffing season and why?
Sure. I don't know if I believe in cuffing season, but I get why people do it. Like it's time to find somebody because you lonely. You want to be somebody, and sometimes it gets dark and it's cold outside. And you want somebody to hold and love you at night. So I get why people do it, but I don't know if I believe in it. Like enough to actively search for someone because it's August.
Because it's August. Because it's August.
What about you?
I think to a certain extent it's some truth to it, but I don't know if the time frame is as accurate all the time.
Do you feel like you want a relationship more during the winter time?
I absolutely feel like that might be why they put that as a time frame, but I also feel like it's where you're at in your life. Like,
but do you feel that way? Do you want a relationship
me
more?
Me personally, do I want a partner more in the winter time?
Yeah.
No, I feel like all the year around, I'm like pretty good on wanting to be in a relationship because I feel like dating is fun, but sometimes it's monotonous, and I feel like I gotta act like I care about shit that I don't care about.
Yeah.
So like for me, cuffing season is never something I care to like
participate
in willingly.
Yeah.
But that's what I was like, we're gonna talk about next. I said I don't participate in cuffing season like without like my consent. I think it's happening to me without me knowing. The reason why I said that is because it intentionally happens because nowadays dating has become a game. So it's like
such a game, and I don't want to play no game.
I don't have time for a game. I'm like, do you like me or do you not? I feel like people wait for the perfect moment to like, oh, well, now it's around. Like I said, it makes more sense for people to want this around these times because, Thanksgiving, people want matching pajamas. People want to go to pumpkin patches together because there's so many relationship-related things that happen within these last few months of the year that people feel pressured that if they don't have someone,
even if it spills over to the next year, you have New Year's, you have Valentine's.
Exactly, New Year's, Valentine's. So there's so much pressure condensed in these 6 months that people feel like they are hyper focused on. This is the one. Right. It has to be the one.
And all the commercials and stuff, it's very couples geared towards. So you see a lot more, engagement commercials. You see more all that stuff. So I feel like that also helps people want to also get in a relationship more.
So are you participating in cuffing season?
I'm not participating in cuffing season. I feel like every season is cuffing season for me. Like if it's in July, if it's in August, if it's in June, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just doing it whenever it comes to me. Like I'm not, oh, it's August. Now find me to find a man.
That's why I'm like, it's so awkward. Like you were actively looking for a partner in August?
September? October? No, man, I'm looking for a man in July too.
I'm looking for the hoes every day.
Every month of the year, I'm looking for a
I'm
man.
actively participating without knowing.
Right. So no, I don't need the weather to change for me to find out I want a man.
What are some rules when it comes to cuffing season?
So there is a couple of rules. Be clear about what you're seeking in the long term or short term. And I think that's so important. If you know that this is just for a season, I think it's important to communicate like I'm not looking for anything serious right now.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be like, bitch, you're only gonna be here for like 2 months.
Yeah.
But just be like, okay, well, we're having fun. Are you okay with us just keeping it casual or whatever it is,
The next one is to be mindful of what you want in a relationship. So once you know what this might be, you have to also think about what do you want in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the next one.
Another good rule is do not make plans too far in advance. Don't plan a trip 3, 4, 5 months from now and y'all have tickets and now y'all broken up and it's like, damn, are y'all about to go on this trip together as single people or y'all about to cancel your flight? What's going on? So I say, unless it's a real relationship, you should not be making plans so much in the future.
Okay. And also to go to what she said is define the relationship. It's not that fucking hard. I think a lot of times
these men act like it's so hard.
I know, but I'm just saying, I feel even more so when it comes to cuffing season because there's so many options because that's what they feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like respectfully, and it's not even in the conversation, I feel like men participate actively more in the cuffing season than women do.
I think so too.
We are unwilling participants that just are getting bullets.
Yeah.
Without even trying.
Because for men, it's a numbers game. For women, it's a quality game.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, they're like, who am I going to take home with me for this? Who uncle going to say? Is that her? Guys get their ego off of what they're doing in the cuffing season. Mm-hmm. And then they reap the benefits of it as their, girlfriend, which is in February, and that's why they go all out for them. Because I'm like, I embarrassed you for this many months with this many bitches, but now you finally my bitch.
Right. Girl, not this many months with this many bitches. Another rule is set healthy emotional and physical boundaries. I want to say for the women, I think it's very important for us to set boundaries. I'm not going to really speak for the men because I feel like men are kind of good at setting boundaries and men respect themselves. And I love that about y'all because when something no longer serves you, y'all get the fuck out. Women, y'all kind of dumb on that part. So as a woman, I think it's very important for us to set boundaries on ourselves. And when the boundaries cross, let that nigga go.
That is so funny. So what yours is saying with the boundaries and mine is prepare for the holidays, they kind of go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. The reason why, because I have a little backstory. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to someone, we're not official, but we were definitely preliminary talking. Mm-hmm. And he wants to be my boyfriend so bad. He's asked me to be his girlfriend multiple times.
It's so scary when men want to jump in a relationship so quickly. That scares the fuck out of me.
And I told him, I said, what makes you think you like me? He's like, I like what I've seen within you.
Of course.
He's like, you intrigue me. So he's running out a list of everything that's probably look-wise more so than about getting to know me because I've been very close to my, when it comes to with that guy particularly.
Yeah.
And so when Thanksgiving came around this year, mm-hmm. he was like, I want you to come and meet my family.
Oh
and
God.
I said, are you fucking serious? I said, why me? I said, why don't you ask any other bitches? But I want you to come. I said, I want you to invite them. Right. And I said, if I'm still around by the end of Christmas, I'll meet your people. But I said, I'm not meeting your family on Thanksgiving when I know this I wouldn't invite you to my family.
Hell no.
So why do you think I should come to see your family?
Girl.
So I had to set that boundary with him. Mm-hmm. And I had to make him be realistic. I'm like, I know the holidays are coming up and you feel like you want to show people off. Because he even came up to crew and he brought his brother with him one day. And he was like, yeah, this is my girlfriend. I said, I'm not your fucking girlfriend. Don't do that.
I saw this TikTok side note. This probably had nothing to do with him, but they said how to spot an abuser. And they said the 3 things to spot an abuser is when they start automatically trying to force something so quickly, so fast, because they want you to be in it. And by the time you're in it and his mask starts to fall, you're like, well, bitch, you're already in it. So once I start beating your ass at this point, and I'm not saying that's what he's trying to do, whatever.
And the thing is, Samantha's always going to go to the worst case scenario.
You know
every
what?
time.
Because look, I'm telling you, when I have that one friend I told you about, I say this every time. She was with her boyfriend for years. And it wasn't until they got married, he started beating her ass.
Did she ever leave him?
Girl, no, she's still with him. I don't know if he's still beating her, but I had to. Okay, I think she beats niggas' asses. No, not the other way around. So she's still, and I'm just like, girl, and I talked to her. You know when you try to help your friend out and they just don't want to help themselves. Yeah. So I'm like, you keep crying to me about what your man's doing, and you're not listening to my advice. So it's best, and now it's harming me. So I don't want to be in that situation. But yeah, just how to spot an abuser, and when they're rushing things too quickly, when they're constantly talking bad about their ex, and when they bring siblings and family members around.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I absolutely. The moment he brought his siblings around, trying to make it seem like I'm a bigger deal in his life than I actually am, I was like, oh, he's fucking
I think that's
crazy.
love bombing, honestly.
Oh no, and I called him a love bomber, and he had to look up the definition. He's like, that's not me at all.
Yes, it is.
I said,
everything you're doing is love bombing.
I said, just like when I see things about narcissists, and I'm like, oh, that's not me. When clearly,
you think you're a narcissist? I'm
just kidding.
Okay, I'm like, I don't think you're a narcissist.
No.
Girl, remember when that man like love bombed the fuck out of me when I went to Denver?
Oh yeah, girl. This is not a trauma episode, okay? So lastly, mine is don't ghost the relationship. Once you know this is short-lived and you understood that you did not put your boundaries up and you did not do all the things that we're telling y'all to do, don't ghost the relationship. You gotta thug it out, my nigga, and you gotta say it with your motherfucking chest because you decided that this was a relationship that you wanted to thug it out to, Valentine's Day.
I think it's so fucked up when you ghost someone that you're in a relationship with. Like, that's so strange to me. I mean, like, even if he did something bad to me, I would let him. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna like disappear out of your life.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. If you had a baby on me, I don't know.
That's something I
might disappear.
As someone that's happened to, and I feel like I sound so stupid saying that someone had a baby on me when he got the bitch pregnant before, but he didn't even tell me until she was 5 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So technically, you had a baby on me, bitch.
Pretty much. That's what it felt like.
That's what it felt like, bitch.
Yeah.
So there was So what is your experience when it's come to cuffing season?
I don't really know if I have an experience when it comes to cuffing season because I feel like all season is cuffing season for me. Like, I'm just dating around, so when it don't matter when it's happening, I'm still trying to get cuffed up. Yeah.
That's so crazy when you say you want to get cuffed up because Sammy goes through seasons where she wants boyfriends and doesn't want a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So when you say that, like, it's all around seasons, because I'm like, there'll be times where she's like, I like him, but I don't think I want to date him. And the next dude she'll meet and she'll be like obsessed with, like, I want to date him. And then he's gone in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that's what I feel like my friends felt too, because I was on the phone with Olivia today. And I said, the problem with me is I don't think anyone will take me seriously because I like so many people so quickly. And then it dies down just as quick as I started liking them.
Yeah.
So it's like, same thing.
I have a slow build up.
And that's what I'm saying. So when you say you want to date someone, I believe you.
Yeah.
When I say I want to date someone, it's like, it's fun. It's in the moment.
Yeah.
And that's why when I was telling her about like the wedding seasons and how I'm like feeling right now, I'm like, realistically, I'm a certified lover girl. So I just like people because they're treating me well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have a very good like repertoire with men where I don't get treated like shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when I meet someone and they're doing good shit, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be my boyfriend.
Right.
Literally 2 weeks in, this is gonna be my boyfriend.
Yeah, literally. He called me like, okay, he's my man now. Next thing you know, he's on the close friends. I said, girl, you just met this man yesterday. You wearing his shirt, doing the robot, bitch?
Not wearing his shirt, doing the... I'm traumatized, bitch. Fuck you. So my experience with cuffing is you can't really take me serious in the cuffing season because...
It's you're having fun. You're young. You're hot. You're dating. A lot of these niggas ain't shit. And they say the man's not ready to settle down until they're damn near 45. So look, I guess I'm just gonna have fun till I'm 45 because I refuse to be in a relationship with the kind of niggas y'all got. Like, y'all got me so fucked up to think that I'm gonna be in a relationship with a man like yours. Like, it's just so crazy to me. Cause even like this song by Kim the Man, she was like, bitch, be something. I got receipts that could ruin your family. And I'm like, that is so true. I feel like every woman has a receipt that can ruin someone's family. And because of that, that makes me so tired. This is the guy I told you today. This man was begging to ask me on a date. Next thing I know, he got married. He got married over the weekend. I was like, sir, I saw he was going to wherever he went. I'm like, oh, this was your wedding? But sir.
No, he is not my nigga.
Absolutely the fuck not.
So what do we feel like the media plays when it comes to cuffing season?
I think the media makes it so much fucking worse.
So much worse.
See it everywhere. Like, I don't really watch TV like that, but the times I do get I do watch TV like that, but regular TV, like the the Comcast TV. I don't really watch that like that. But the ones that I do watch, when there's little commercials that come on from like HBO, whatever, it's about love.
Yeah.
It's about relationships. Like all the
Hallmark movies.
yes,
Everything.
all
Yeah.
of that. So I'm just like, damn, don't you gotta remind me? I'm a lonely ass bitch.
Because honestly, there are so many movies about like bitches finding love during the holidays that come on.
So many holiday love movies. So many.
Like there's not many regular. Like there's always ones like, oh, they met back up with their ex and then things got rekindled because they went back to their hometown. Who goes to their hometown and starts dating their high school sweetheart? No one except someone in a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, girl.
No
it
one.
happens though. It happens. I know a girl who started dating a guy she knew in elementary school, and they're together.
That's insane.
Yeah, girl. Sometimes you go out and you never find nothing better, so you got to go back.
But also that we can talk about how because on
spin that block.
social media and online dating, it's just like it's so accessible. Because if we're not leaving our house because of seasonal depression,
yeah,
we're only connecting people with people that are like.
And online dating makes it so easy. Like you are literally at my fingertips. So it's like it's so easy to build a roster with online dating. And that's the thing about online dating is like I feel like that's perfect for cuffing season because I feel like just as fast as it starts with online dating, it ends. Like I don't know how so many people that has a successful relationship from online dating, except one person. She got married to her, a guy she met at Hinge. But for the most part, like when people tell me about online dating, even when I've tried, it's just always horror stories.
And the thing is, my online dating is only Instagram. I have never actually had an app, and I'm staying down 10 toes on it because I literally saw this video. It was like
delete them apps.
This bitch was like seeing the same nigga on the same app 3 years later. And I said...
And do. I'm a girl that dabbles on the apps. I go in and out. Right now, I'm not going to talk about that.
Don't be on the apps, then. Don't be on the apps.
But delete the apps, girl. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, girl. Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. I did it. So we saw a TikTok video about this preacher who was talking about...
Pastor Todd.
I didn't even know
Put
his
some
name.
respect on his motherfucking
I couldn't even get past I heard the message, but I couldn't get past the visual, so we're not even going to get into the visual.
Yeah.
So he was pretty much saying, stop settling for these unfulfilling relationships. Stop settling for these half-assed relationships just because it feels good in the moment. He said a lot of times we are investing a lot of ourselves into these short-term relationships, expecting it to fill this hole that we have not felt the void of within ourselves. And I said...
Right.
Talk your shit. Because that's what I feel like seasonal dating is.
Yeah.
You're literally just
filling a hole.
To say like, oh yeah, this is who I'm bringing around my family. This is the person that like,
And every year it'd be a different person.
And that's what I was telling my mom one time. Oh, I'm spitting, y'all. Sorry. But I told my mom that one time. I said, stop asking me about the nigga I dated last year. That nigga gone. And the thing is, I don't even think I intentionally date, but most times when I get a boyfriend, it always happens in August.
Well, baby, maybe you do cuffing season. Maybe you're part of it.
Unintentionally.
Maybe it's like in the back of your mind.
My ex-boyfriend asked me to be his girlfriend last year in August. I didn't ask him to ask me.
Yeah.
I just was existing.
Girl, he said it's cuffing season.
And we did all the cuffing, we did all the fucking relationship shit. Like, going pumpkin patches and shit like that, Love that.
Cute. I get why people want to do it, but I feel like also don't let it be your entirety. Like I feel like if it's for fun and games, cool. If you're doing it, find someone cool, but just be honest about why you're doing it, I think is the best part.
And that's why I feel like I started doing those things with best friends. Because let's just make it a thing.
I think, I'm a girl's girl. I love doing things with my girls. I'm going to say,
because Honey is my new nigga. Like, every time I want to do something that I would do with a man, I'm like, let's go to Pumpkin Patch. Let's go see Christmas lights.
Me and Stephanie take each other on dates and everything. We pick each other up, pay for the whole tab.
Oh, that's what me and Honey do.
And it'd be like a nice, pretty penny. So you niggas complain about taking bitches on date. We take our bitches on dates.
That's what I'm saying. That's
200 plus bills.
Exactly.
Bitch.
So when I easily do that, I feel more. But I feel more fulfilled doing that for my friend than doing it for a nigga.
I would never.
So I think I'm gonna have to cuff my bitches during the holiday season, and then the niggas gonna come after. Because everything I've done, like wedding and family-wise lately, I've been doing it with Honey, and we've been having a time.
It's a time, I think it's great to have that sister, ship. Is that a word, sistership? That
sisterhood,
that thing with your friends. Because you know what, niggas come and go, but your girl's gonna be there forever. So
just now learning that, so I'm glad I'm on game now. So here are some tips to help you navigate the cuffing season because honestly, it's kicking all of our asses. is to have fun. I don't think you should be so hard on yourself, and dating should be fun. I don't know how many times on this podcast I can say that. Dating should be fun. If any man you're dating is stressing you out, you are dating the wrong niggas.
Yeah.
And I'm 30 years old.
You think you can have fun while intentionally dating?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
you can make it fun.
You can make it fun, because if you literally go into it like, here's my questionnaire. What's your 5-year plan?
Yeah.
What do you see yourself doing? How many kids, like, jobs are, like, a date is not an interview.
Yeah.
A date is getting to know someone and see if you're compatible. And then the questions happen over time. And that's why I
feel
said,
like some women do that as they get older.
But I think women are dating all the way wrong. Because when you are going into it like it's a battlefield,
yeah,
you're not going to get the same results out of a man. Because you can ask those same questions different ways. Like, instead of saying, what's your 5-year plan?
Over time, I feel like ask those questions over time. I hate when people tell me about yourself. No, you learn all this over time.
And then when they're like, what kind of man do you like? I'm not
telling you that.
Because you're going to try to be that man I like. And the next thing you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, so when I go on a date with a man, instead of me saying,
when they ask me that, I always say is, I want a man that takes care of me.
Like, if you ask, instead of saying, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I said, you like your career. Do you see yourself doing that a lot longer? That's a better way than saying, what's your 5-year plan?
Yeah. So what's your 5-year plan?
It's like you're over here trying to like boss him up. Like, nah, girl, chill.
Enjoy.
Live in your feminine and enjoy
Stop
this
being
shit.
So, like,
masculine though.
You think that's masculine?
Like, being very direct and very like trying to check all these boxes off on a first date is kind of methodical. So to me, yes, it's very masculine.
I don't think it's masculine, but I feel like it makes it not fun for either one of y'all.
Yeah.
And the man probably won't call you anymore.
And niggas love a good time. So be that good time and get your shit paid for. Niggas love bitches who have
good fun. Like, I feel like men look for us to provide the funds, I think. And we look for them to provide the fun.
We're paid entertainment.
Yeah.
We're paid entertainment without, it's like, yeah, they're paying
for the fun, you got the funds.
Period.
Are we popcorning?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Good communication.
Yeah.
Have good, open communication. I think it's really the most important thing, but yet the hardest thing to do. And this is coming from a person who's not a big communicator, and I really try. Girl, you ain't gotta shake your head so damn hard. I really try to work on my communication.
The camera didn't even see me do that. That's what's even crazier.
I try to work on my communication because I'm very, like, dry sometimes. I'm very, like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, but I have to work on that. And I feel like that's going to help me with dating is being more communicating more and letting
being vulnerable.
Being vocal.
Vulnerable.
Vocal.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
My next one is do not get caught in the hype. Don't be looking at these Instagram pictures of niggas in matching fucking uniforms / motherfucking pajamas and think that niggas is happy. Sometimes they just do it to make y'all niggas feel like they out here like, oh, we in love, X, Y, and Z. Whole time they hate themselves and each other.
Have you seen that meme when it was like us in person, us behind closed door, and they whooping each other's asses?
So I just feel like y'all don't look at social media as your guard. And that's, I'm gonna put my two together so I don't have to say it again, but I'm just saying, don't compare your journey to someone else's during cuffing season.
Amen.
Because the moment you look at someone else, be like, I want that, you're envious of something, you think you lack it. And what you're lacking is probably coming to you. So don't repel your blessings, baby. Don't repel your blessings. Next one you have.
Try to keep that spark alive, y'all. Like, I think it's nothing to me is more fun than dating whenever you have that, butterflies and you're just happy to see them and you have that crush. Like, having a crush, even though I hate having crushes, but it's just so fun having a crush because it's just like, oh my God, like, look what he's making me do. I'm going to be on the phone all night. It's just so cute. So yeah. Keep that spark alive if you can.
And the last one that I put is allow yourself to be courted accordingly. A lot of times when you're in cuffing season, you feel the need to rush because you know you're in competition with other bitches. Fuck them bitches. Fuck that nigga. You're that bitch.
And last but not least, don't tolerate anything you don't want to tolerate. I feel like it's very important. If you know you're not happy with it being casual or you're not happy with it being serious or whatever, I think don't do that just to have that person. Because at the end of the day, you're going to feel empty inside because you're not getting your needs met and you're just making sure their needs are getting met. So just make sure you are, honest about how you're feeling and let them know, like, hey, I'm not doing this. I'm not feeling this. Or let her know, look, I'm not feeling this. And and keep it pushing, Bayla.
So let's get into some motherfucking questions.
All right.
My first question is, do you think people actually enjoy cuffing season?
Yeah. I think people love cuffing season. Like look, they made it into a whole football thing.
Yeah, you're right.
You starting off the pregame. Like it's a whole fun thing. So yeah, I think people enjoy it. And I feel like some people just do it just for the season. Because they'd be like, oh, it's summertime, I'm trying to break up with my nigga. Like, what? You gonna break up because it's hot outside?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think so.
Okay.
My question to you is, do you think cuffing season is the same for men?
It's not. I think it's harder for men. I think that because men, like I told you earlier, I think men are the ones that actively participate willingly. They're like, okay, I want to get all these things in place, so let me find that right bitch for this right time because I don't want to be single on my niggas. Because most times when people are actively participating, it's because all their friends are probably in relationships. I feel like because all of my friends right now are single, we don't really care for cuffing season. We just are okay with being on the roster. We're like, okay, let me know when my turn comes because we're chilling until then. And that's kind of how I feel about the niggas that I'm dating right now. I'm like, I'm not pressed.
Right.
But if we like each other, let me know when to put pressure on.
I think it's different for men too. I feel like cuffing season is more like fun for men. Because I feel like guys don't really put too much into a relationship. You know, don't put too much thought into it. And most of the time, they don't even want to be in a relationship because then we're going to have this thing where we together, but we're not together. And that's where a lot of the whole situationship things happen. So I feel like that's how guys see cuffing season. I feel like women, I don't know, I'm not going to speak to all women, but I'm going to speak for myself. I feel like if I were to do cuffing season, I'm doing it as an angle for us to eventually be together.
Yeah, and I think I would be exhausted during cuffing season.
Just do it every year. Like,
every year?
I'm tired, ho. I'm tired, boss.
My last question is, what do you think you could do to make your cuffing season relationship last?
That's a good question.
Thank you, girl.
I feel like for me to make my cuffing season relationship last is to do exactly what David Mann said.
Yeah.
Be everything I want in a partner. Because if you're, for the most part, if you're doing good by your partner and being good to them, they're going to want to be around you.
Yeah.
So if you're actively trying to make yourself a pleasant person to be around, you're listening to his feelings, doing what he likes, you know, making sure he feels appreciated and loved and all that stuff. Because honestly, us girls, we try to be like laid back when it comes to dating. Let me talk about myself. I try to be laid back when it comes to dating, but you kind of have to fight for these good men, you know, because the good men are getting snatched up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's the best way to make it last.
Okay.
My last question to you is, can you be too old to participate in cuffing season?
I low-key feel like I'm too old to participate in cuffing season right now. Like, I feel like at a certain age, like you said, it's like either we're dating or we're not. I shouldn't have to go through all these rounds of getting picked by the same nigga that I've been talking to.
Right.
So you either decide I'm in the game or I'm not in the game.
Right.
But going through having to do pre-trials, layups, turnarounds, tryouts. I feel like if I'm constantly at every turn being compared to other bitches, I really hope you pick the other bitches because that means that you gonna test the fuck out of me when we're together.
Girl, yeah, don't pick me.
At a certain age, I really feel like you should just stop playing games and just be very intentional about what you want. Come with it, and if it works out, it don't. I mean, if it don't, it don't. But having to do all this shit to get something for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, girl. Because I'm on the old side of Bumble. And I see these 65-year-old men and they'd be like, not looking for the serious. I'm like, you're 65. Like, you should be looking for something serious. But guys just, they don't, sometimes they never get it, girl.
Well.
All right, well.
Thank you all. Following us on this fucking journey about cuffing season, about spinning the block, about what our experience has been, tips and rules that you should follow while you are dealing with these niggas, while they dealing with themselves.
And other bitches.
And while you're out to leave us follow us on all social media platforms at The Real Sip and Spill, except Twitter, which is
Sip and Spill 1.
Give us a 5-star rating because we're some 5-star bitches.
Ow.
I sip wine.